So it looks like a couple days ago, Khalil Rountree versus Jamal Hill was announced. I'm going to give a little breakdown of what I think is going to happen. First of all, one thing I noticed is a lot of people are counting Jamal Hill out. I get it. He lost to Alex Pereira, but he was not like badly beaten, and it wasn't like a long war he just had. So this quick turnaround, I'm not too worried about him. But Khalil's also he's a pretty decent opponent. I just really believe people are counting out Hill way too fast. Who has Khalil Rountree beat? His last fight was against Anthony Smith. Anthony Smith. I'm sorry, but that I don't care if he finished him. I don't care anything about that. It was Anthony Smith. Jamal Hill loses one time and gets finished, and everyone's acting like he's just done. How could we forget what he did to Glover? Like, he had a 5 round, pretty one sided fight. He obviously has the gas tank to go, and a 3 round fight against Khalil, I feel like Hill will probably just pick him apart and maybe even finish him. Don't get me wrong, I think Khalil's pretty good. I've watched his past couple fights and I've seen what he's done to his opponents. But again, he hasn't fought anyone that's the level of Hill. Hill is a former champion. Like, he was able to fight Alex Pereira. That already says enough. I think this is just a big jump up for Khalil. And yeah, coming up from Anthony Smith to Jamal Hill is, I think, might be just too big of a jump for Khalil. I think everyone's just counting out Hill way too early. And Hill on the feet he's pretty good, right? We get it. He lost to Alex Pereira, but he was in the first round. I'm not saying it was a fluke or anything like that, but I'm saying if we got to see more of Hill in that fight, I think people would put a lot more respect on his striking. We have seen how good Hill can be. I don't think this one knockout is going to change his career and he's going to go on a skid. I don't want to jinx it or anything, but he wasn't flatlined out. He was knocked out, but he recovered pretty quickly. So I don't think him just getting knocked out in that all of a sudden, like, all his skills are gone. I just don't believe that. My early opinion is Hill round two knockout. Again, I'll have to see closer to the fight and watch some more of Khalil to see how I really feel about this. But this is just my first impressions on the announcement being made. I think it might be a little early for Hill to come back. But again, it wasn't like a career-ending knockout he got, right? Everyone's forgetting that Alex Pereira got knocked out by Izzy and then moved up a weight class pretty shortly after and did just fine. So I don't think getting knocked out, and that knockout was way worse than what Hill got. So I don't think this is going to be like, oh, he's finished now. There's no chance. He can easily come back and beat Khalil.